welcome. Yes.
Hello.
But first in this side of us.
Yes. And Your Highness.
Your Excellency, it's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity.
President, Prime Minister, Royal Highness, Princess. In Ghana, we see our Queen Mothers as our mothers.
To convert every human being into being humanitarian. And by doing so, we decided 5 years ago to hold a flagship event called the Global Officials of Dignity Awards. It aims to honor the greatest humanitarians of the world. And that's one of the reasons one of the missions of why we're here in Ghana, Your Excellency, is to announce the 7 illustrious personalities from Ghana. And if you allow me, I'd like to mention their names. The former President, His Excellency J.J. Rawlings, the great King, His Majesty Kufour II, His Excellency Honorable Ken Oyen Agyapong, Member of Parliament. Yes, Agyapong. Dr. Ernest Ofori Sarpong, Dr. Jose Kwame Despite, Dr. Samuel Omo Tobin, and Mrs. Janet Ababigu. Yeah, Ababigu. Okay, yes. That is your spelling. Thank you for correcting me. So, Your Excellency, because we believe and we have high respect, of course, being one of the most successful presidents of Ghana. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here and letting you know, informing you this list of honorees. And I hope, if not this time, not this year, in the future, you will accommodate our requests for you to come to our event, be our keynote speaker. I understand, I think the schedule is not matching this time, but in the future, we'd love for you. In fact, we have sent our nomination to your office, Your Excellency. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but in the future, definitely. So that is one of the missions. The other thing is, We Care for Humanity is now being established around the world. We have chapters in the Philippines, in Nigeria, in Morocco, Malaysia, Indonesia. And this time, we'd love to establish the We Care for Humanity Ghana. And in fact, we'd like to collaborate. That's why the Federation of the Queen Mothers are here, because we want this collaboration with them, because for one, We Care for Humanity believes in empowering women and youth. So they're here, and we thank them for the support. Thank you. Also, Your Excellency, we have the intention of bringing medical surgeons in the near future. After our awards, I'm bringing at least 6 to 10 reconstructive surgeons to help out. They're donating their time and their services to come over, and we'll be working hopefully with the Department of Health, with your permission, of course. And as well, we have the scholarships. We're bringing scholarships to Ghana from schools from London, Singapore, Malaysia, New Zealand, and India. We're working on the India. So we have confirmed at least 120 scholarships, and we're trying to give more.
At what level?
Higher education, Your Excellency. We have engineering, ITs, hotel management, and all. We're trying to get medical scholarships. As well, of course, as usual, I know that it's a new government right now, and there are many projects that will happen in the future, and we're here as also an experienced ambassador for investments. I would like to help out. Our delegation, our We Care for Humanity can bring some friends, like our delegation here, our former President of Ecuador and Prime Minister also came here and would like to contribute to the country.
Your Excellency, I am from Ecuador, and we have a lot in common between Ghana and Ecuador. We are planting very special cocoa on the forest, and we won all the awards last years. All the awards in London and in Madrid and all over the world. And we have very good brands like Kakari and others. And I think they will be more than interested to explore the market, to join, to do things together. We are also a country that depends a lot in oil exploitation, and now in gold and copper. Then we have a lot of similarities. I think that maybe it can strengthen our relationship. I noticed that we don't have a representative here, and Ghana doesn't have any representative in Ecuador. I don't know in other countries of Latin America. I for sure know that in Brazil, because I used to live in Brazil from 2004 to 2007, because I was the head of the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization, and we developed a kind of relationship with water authorities all over the world, and especially with Africa, because we have the bigger basins and a lot in common to protect biodiversity and water shelters. Then I think that we can find a lot in common. I'm linked with a number of universities in Ecuador and abroad. Then we can collaborate with some scholarships. And the idea also is to develop science in our kids and teenagers. We signed, because I'm the head of another organization, I collaborate with Princess Maria, her organization, but I lead another one in Ecuador, FIDAL organization, and we already signed an agreement with the New York Academy of Science to develop a project called STEAM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and also 1,000 girls, 1,000 futures. And I think, based on our similarities, that we can develop projects, opening some doors to work on with kids and teenagers.
Can you explain about that? Then first we want to on the upliftment of the poor people and education and medical supplies and human rights protection on that field. Community needs to service for the mankind.
As a Ghanaian, we are 24 consultants on the whole of African continent, and we have been tasked to look through these people who are to be honored by the GOD, and then also the WCH awards. Interestingly, this is the first time that 7 people have come out from one country. Normally we do compliance, intelligence reports, due diligence to select the people, not just by anyhow. When we select the people, we send a nomination list and their names, their profile, what they've done up to date, to the GOD Awards Board, which personalities like Her Excellency, the former President of Ecuador, Madam Adieta Atiega, sits on it, as well as His Excellency, the Prime Minister, before they do validation. So the names of the Ghanaians that came up, I as a Ghanaian am not allowed even to nominate by the standards, but rather collaboration from the other consultants from different parts of the African continent. Interestingly, Ugandans, they were nominating Ghanaians. Guinea Equatorians, they were nominating Ghanaians. Egyptian nominated Ghanaian, and virtually out of the 24, anytime that a name comes up, humanitarian is humanitarian, that they only bring out the names of Ghanaians, even though they have the same people in their country. So that was a great achievement. Then with the discussions with the board, it means that the SDG, that's the Sustainable Development Goal for the year of the award, that is 2nd to 4th of August this year in New York, they said they will give Ghana between 100, 100 and 120 scholarships, free to come and support Ghana. So in fact, I'm very honored as a Ghanaian. What they did was that Mr. Farah Tarek, he's a Jordanian. In order to have a fair balance of a certain kind of due diligence, they brought him to West Africa to coordinate, so that if the names are coming, it will not be just like that, but then on merit. So Tarek has been in Ghana for the past almost 2 weeks, and then he has to make sure, send reports, independent ones that I don't even know because I cannot vote. And then thankfully Ghana, our name continues going high, flying high, because our people are really not only doing businesses, but they are helping out. We've had some of them who have done humanitarian projects, widows assistance, some of them doing school projects, helping school fees, etc. The list was very tall and is still tall, and the board says that okay, they will move. And then interestingly, this is the first time they've moved delegation like this to any other country. Included was to be His Excellency Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, but due to clearance and then flight connections, he couldn't join, as Her Excellency Atega came just yesterday. So it is a good thing that is coming here, and we'll solicit for your intervention and your support, that when it comes to the assistance services that we need from the state agencies, Ministry of Department of Health, where we have to consult them to identify areas where we have hospitals, and that the surgeon group that will be coming right after the GOD awards. These are the people. We need a hospital where they will sit for a period of time. We'll do that 2 times a year and make sure that Ghanaians who need such kind of reconstructive operations will be able to do it, and they will come. The board is taking free care of everything. All what we need to provide as a country will be just accommodation, and then security, and then feeding, which of course Ghana, we are the best in that when it comes to hospitality for foreigners. So we'll gladly do that without any problem. Again, with a scholarship, 120 for us, we have to the honorees. This year, we are going to ask them to bring their people, and these are the people the board will authenticate and then validate. And then quickly, right after they leave, we are going to work on that and make sure that the scholarship comes. And it's fully fledged. Full payment. The only thing that they will do is the day they are leaving to the school, their ticket will be borne by them, but any other expenditure, it is 100% covered by WCH GOD awards. So Your Excellency, we thank you very much also for the short time notice, and then you granted us permission to be in your house today. We as consultants will do our best.
Your Excellency, former President Jonh Kufour, what we need here is your support as well, as we hear that you have a big heart in Ghana to do the perfect things for the people, for the Ghanaian people. That's why I'm also communicate with the chairman of WCH in order to increase the scholarship quantities to up 120 people. That's we need to develop something more in Ghana, building more opportunities for the population and for the people here. Thank you very much for the receiving us here. Thank you for this opportunity.
We are so pleased with the statements that you made about your coming, and also that it seems like this is the first port of call in Ghana.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That this is the first place you've come to with your great mission of caring for humanity, that you've come to confer honors on honorees, 7 of whom are Ghanaians.
From Ghana, yes.
And as your coordinator has said, Ghana, somehow it seems the DNA the Creator conferred on this country is care. The people here generally are they tend to be so caring. And so it's not too surprising that people from all over the world are tending to nominate Ghanaians for the honor that you're about to confer. I believe given the transition our globe is in now, things are moving so fast. There's so much mobility among people, and yet one gets the feeling there's so much instability and insensitivity in many parts of our globe. Given that, but there can't be a bigger mission than what you are engaged in. For man to care for man. some of us believe that perhaps the most crucial thing, the most central thing, anywhere, anytime, that must be upheld is humanity, the dignity of man. Forget about religion, forget about race, forget about gender, whatever. Once it is human, it should be accorded dignity and care. And unfortunately, in the current world, we are going by media reports, and because of the information technology, whatever happens in one little corner, anywhere on the globe, is immediately transmitted everywhere. A lot of the reports are not happening. It seems like we are losing the care that we must have for each other. And it's so refreshing that there should be a body like yours to institute a tradition of honoring people who stand out as caring. And so it's a great message. I support instantly. The appeal that we should support you in whatever you want to do for the people here is welcome.
Thank you.
If it's the scholarship, if it's the medical, whatever it is, since it's for bettering life for mankind, take it that we are supporting you 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's also flattering that Ghana should be the first country for you to bring the award conference on the continent. We accept that. And the names you've listed, they are distinguished people, all right? And it's good that you took pains to pick them. So again, that too is welcome. You should continue to do more. It gives a sense of coming to share ownership with you. They are the mothers of the people.
Yes.
And if you are bringing such an institution here, you bring them along. It means you are acknowledging them as far as